Have you ever wondered about the behind the scenes or the statistics associated with a small but mighty YouTuber? That's what I'm going to review today. I qualify myself as a small YouTuber. I have under 1,000 subscribers, but I'm on the journey to getting there. So if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel or even want to get started with videos, then this is a great resource for you to check out. In fact, I did a video in August where I reviewed my YouTube statistics and behind the scenes as well, which I will link to in the resources below this video, or if you're listening to me on my Connect the Dots podcast, it will be listed in the show notes at vickioneal.com/podcast, and this is episode 111. Not only will I review the statistics and show you the dashboard of what's been happening since I started being consistent on YouTube in 2020, but I also at the end of the video share with you steps for getting started on YouTube. Okay, let's go ahead and jump in and get started. So I am in YouTube Analytics. You can access this on your phone as well. Okay, in here, whenever you get into analytics, your latest video performance is going to be listed here. Now, there's a lot of different data points in here. The three biggest pieces of data points, or three biggest data points that you need to keep track of on your videos, are these three right here. Okay, so I'm going to believe that's why YouTube puts these here as the very first thing that you see when you go into your dashboard. Because they want you to keep track of this. And when you use the YouTube Studio app on your phone, this is the first thing that's seen there too. So might be something to that. But anyway, so if you look here, your top three data points that you need to keep track of are the number of views. So that is important, which is how many people are actually viewing your video, which is the number that you see at the bottom of everybody's videos. The impression click-through rate. So this goes back to your video title and thumbnail. Your thumbnail is what people will see either in the search results, or they'll see it as a recommended video on the right-hand side of other videos. And that means that that's an impression if they see your thumbnail there. The click-through rate is if they see it and they decide to click on it. So the things that they will see are, hey, that thumbnail caught my attention, which is why the design of that is so important. And then the title's the second thing that they're going to look at and say, okay, is this going to be an interesting video for me to take a look at? So if those two things are there, then you will see the click-through rate. That means people are interested and they want to watch the video. A view is considered anyone who has intentionally clicked on your video and watched it for at least 30 seconds. Somebody clicks on it, they were only there for 5 to 10 seconds, and then they go away. It doesn't count as a view. So think about your intro and what will be the most interesting way to keep their attention beyond those first few seconds and get them to stay longer in your video. You can see here that the average view duration on this video is 2 minutes and 51 seconds, which is lower than the average for the last 10 videos that I uploaded. Okay, so that's where this comparison comes into play. It's the ranking out of your top 10 most recent videos. Let's go ahead and look at the analytics for the channel, because that's really what I want to share with you guys today. And I apologize, I've got glare on my glasses. Okay, so it defaults to the analytics for the last 28 days. And then we're going to go through, we can go through today. That's fine, just so we can see a lifetime, right? So this will show that over that time frame, I got 29,000 views, 29,410 views. That's a lot. Now, the reason why I'm sharing this with you is not one, just because it's part of the journey of growing a YouTube channel, but it's also a way to say that if you keep saying you want to start a YouTube channel and you don't, here's what you're missing out on. You can miss out on all of this exposure to your personal brand or your company brand or anything that you want to put on YouTube if you don't take action. Okay, and you'll definitely want to stay tuned for the end of the video when I review the 7 steps, because interestingly enough, those two things are part of that process. So this is a lot of views, right? So watch time is 3,100, and you can see it's growing over time. And of course, there's going to be some videos that get more than others on different days, which is what this is showing. but I've also gained 452 subscribers. I have 517 subscribers currently. So since I started uploading videos consistently, I've grown my channel almost from zero, right? I mean, obviously I had some on there, but that's where the growth has happened. Prior to that, willy-nilly subscribers here and there, not consistent. But when you start being consistent with your videos and your uploads, that's when you start to see the growth happen, right? Your videos to see what's working and not working are views, your click through rate, and your view duration. So, how long people are watching your video. If you look at YouTube and you do any research and watch any YouTubers who are talking about how to be successful on YouTube, they will consistently tell you that you need to have longer view duration. So, you need to keep people on your videos for longer. That tells the YouTube algorithm that what you are producing, people like. And then YouTube will say, okay, if people are liking it, then I'm going to show it to more people. So that is the reason why view duration is important. Plus, YouTube, just like all the other social media platforms, want to keep people on their platform. YouTube's no different. They want to keep people on YouTube. So the only way to do that is to provide content that people want to watch for the long haul. And the more you can keep them engaged throughout the process and even give them a reason to stay around until the end is really going to help you out while it's helping them out. So if we look at this, the click-through rate on here, again, this is for July 1st, 2020 through January 6th, 2022. And the click-through rate is 3%. Okay. So I have over 29,000 views, which is the first thing I talked about. The click-through rate is 3%. And this is just referencing a change that they made in the click-through rate numbers. And then the third thing that you want to look at is the view time. So average view duration for my videos is 6 minutes and 38 seconds. So total watch time from impressions, this is talking about impressions. So people who saw the thumbnail, how many clicked on it, that's what these numbers are over here. I can also see where these video views are coming from within YouTube. External would be anything from an email, your website. If you mention it on a different social channel, people clicked a link to come to your video. That's what that is. And then we can also see the top traffic sources. Google search, that's good to know. YouTube's owned by Google, so that's good to be represented in those search results. And then you can see some of the other ones as well. The YouTube search criteria or keywords that people are entering to get to my videos, you'll see here HubSpot, a lot of them. I'm hoping to change that with other content that I'm sharing and eventually get those keywords out so that ones that are more applicable to holistically what I do here in regards to video content, marketing strategy, digital marketing initiatives or strategies, anything that leads to sales and improving an individual's brand, whether it's your personal brand or your business brand, taking video and helping you take it to the next level is what I'm here for. So that's what I provide is strategies and ideas and tips and checklists and how-tos and all the goods to help you actually make that happen. So these give you additional statistics. If we go to engagement, this is going to help us understand the watch time when those actually happened. The view duration here is a little bit lower, I think, because this is overall. The other one was the funnel for just impressions, the thumbnail impressions click through. This is for all of them. So whether they found them through the impressions or not, the view duration is a little bit lower. So that's just something to factor in as to when I'm developing content, how to go about making that longer. That's the goal. Key moments for different audiences and their retention. So you can go through and it helps you identify those. So you can see where those drop-offs were or where the interest was in the video, what you were talking about, so you can see what triggered that particular action. And then your audience is going to be a breakdown of who is actually visiting your channel, who's subscribing, and who's watching it. Now, some of mine, I don't have enough data in here to show that. Oh yeah, now it's in here. Actually, I might have been looking for a shorter time frame. It's not available to me as a smaller YouTuber in here to show some of these data points just for that reason. So I can see, who's watching it, what languages. So if you are a multi or a bilingual YouTuber, you'll want to look at the different types of languages so you can see where or what language your subscribers and viewers are watching your videos in. Okay, one last thing that I want to show you is the monetization. So if you're someone who wants to monetize your YouTube channel like I do at some point, this is going to be an important screen for you because YouTube helps you track how you're doing and helps you track the progress. You need 1,000 subscribers and you need 4,000 watch hours. So once you have those two, then you qualify to apply to monetize your channel. So as you can see here, I am at 517 subscribers. I had a goal to hit 500 by the end of 2021, and I hit it. Yes, with a little help from my friends, in particular on Facebook. So I had some people go out there and help me reach that number. So I was so ecstatic that I hit that goal. 2022, my goal is to hit 1,000. So the more you get, the easier it is to get to that next level. So you do need to have those two. So this is a screen that you can access so you can constantly monitor your progress if you want to monetize your channel. Now, I'm not going to say to hone in on this and only watch this, but it's something that if it's one of your goals, obviously you're going to want to look at it. I wouldn't say every day, maybe once a month at first, maybe quarterly at first. But once you start getting closer to 1,000 subscribers, you're going to want to look at this screen so you can see if you've got the watch hours. Because I know that it's common for people to hit 1,000 subscribers first before they hit the watch hours. So you'll just want to manage that and monitor it. And if you're behind, look at how you can encourage people to stay on your videos longer and just maybe change your strategy so that you can hit those numbers when you want to. If you have questions or if you want to see something specific to my channel or any of my data points, then please let me know. I'd be more than happy to share with you whatever I have behind the scenes. I think I shared, I didn't go through all of the menu items, but I wanted to make sure that I hit on the important pieces or the important data points for you, especially if you're just starting out or if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, what you might be able to expect. Now, of course, that's going to depend on the type of content you're going to share, your target audience, whether or not you're going to take action. That, of course, is the big piece there. But I definitely encourage you to move forward, take action, have a plan, be consistent, start uploading videos. You will be thankful that you did. Don't sit and wait and next year at this exact same time say, I wish I would have started last year, because you know what? You're at that point now. There's no reason to wish you could start last year because you're here. Now's the time. Press start and then press record. Make it happen. Now I'm going to go ahead and review those steps that you can take in order to start your YouTube channel and your journey to a bigger level of greatness. Let's get to that. The first one is simply getting started. You have to create a YouTube channel in order to be on YouTube or be considered a YouTuber. So all you simply need is a Gmail account. You create your channel, and then I encourage you to add your profile photo and a banner image. Those two things, really important to get started. You can also then later or at that point, go ahead and add information under your about section. And if you want to create a welcome video, which I encourage you to do at some point, so anyone new coming to your channel can get a high level overview about you, who you are, who you serve, the problem you solve, and what they can expect being on your channel. The second thing you need to get started is to just use what you have. If you've watched big YouTubers or people who've been around for a while and they have all this equipment and technology and cameras and audio equipment, all the goods, they have taken some time to build up to that point. They did not have all of that when they pressed record and uploaded their very first video. So all you really need is your phone. As long as you have a phone with a good camera and audio that works, you're good to go. Use what you have first when you first get started. And as your channel evolves and as you evolve your videos, then you can add on additional equipment, get a better camera. If you want to get a microphone, if you want to evolve your setup, then you can do that later, as well as the technology. But really all you need at this point to get started is your phone. The third thing you need is questionable. Some people are going to tell you you need a niche. Other people are going to say you don't need a niche. So here's what I'm going to tell you. If you have an audience that you're already serving and you can specify who those people are, how you can help them, and help them along the journey with your videos, then I would encourage you to continue doing that. If it's working on a different platform and you have a big audience or a lot of followers, a lot of engagement in your content, I would say that you've already got your ideal customer avatar defined, or your target audience, or your niche. If you don't have an audience and you really don't know who you're going to serve, then I still encourage you to move forward. You don't need a niche to start the process. In fact, if you start producing videos based on what you know, what you enjoy doing, how you want to come across in video, if you want to do entertainment or educational or how-tos or whatever the goods are, you could choose to evaluate technology, right? So whatever you want your videos to be about, still get started, and then eventually you'll start to find out who you're actually serving, and it'll work out for you over the long run. Don't let that hold you back if you're hearing conflicting stories from different people. Just do what you love, what you're passionate about, how you can help other people, and then you know what? Go ahead and hit record. The fourth thing is to research others in your space. Whether you have a niche, if you don't have a niche, just know what types of videos you're going to provide. Then go ahead and research like maybe 2 or 3 other channels that are providing the same type of content that you're going to. And the reason why I say this is to not be a me too or a copycat, and certainly do not copy anything from anyone else's channels. But the reason why I share this is so kind of the opposite, so you can uncover what the uniqueness is that you can provide. You can even look at a gap that maybe they aren't providing, and you can do that instead. And here's a little secret that you can move forward with. When you go to those channels, read through the comments. When you read through the comments, you'll find that there are people asking questions. And depending on the channel, the person, and how big they are, they may or may not be responding, or they may or may not be responding with any type of high value response. So it's an opportunity for you then, if you start to see different types of questions that are being asked, maybe they're not being answered, that might be your opportunity to say, hey, here's a gap in this space, and here's where I can start creating videos that can target this audience, because this is what they're asking for. They need it, they crave it, they're just not getting it. So maybe that's where you can come in. The fifth thing is consistency. And you know why? Consistency is what leads to success. When you're consistently showing up, not only are your followers and your subscribers going to know when new materials are released, but that gives them an opportunity to plan it on their calendar so they can make sure, one, that they see your video, and two, they start to comment and ask questions and engage and follow you. And when that happens, that helps your channel a lot more in growth than it does if you are inconsistently uploading content. So an example would be, if you're uploading, we're comparing apples to apples, okay? So we're both in the same niche, we are serving the same audience, we started our channels at the exact same time, you know, our descriptions are exactly the same, everything's exactly the same, okay? Now, if you're uploading your videos once a month and not on any particular day, like you're not gonna upload it on the 10th every single month, but you're just uploading it once a month sporadically, and I'm uploading my videos once a week on the same day, now who do you think the audience is going to want to lean towards? It's gonna be me, right? It's going to be the person who's uploading on a consistent basis. They're reliable. They know what type of content. They know when to expect that content to be there. And not only is it going to help you build your audience and following through with the expectations that you're setting, but it's also going to help you grow your YouTube channel as well. So keep that in mind, that as you move forward, to create a plan of consistency in uploading your videos. And it doesn't have to be once a week. It could be once every other week, or it could be every single day. Whatever your pattern is, just establish it. And one of the things I recommend, and you'll notice others recommend as well, is to include that in your banner so that anyone who goes to your channel to learn more about who you are and whether or not you can help them, they can see it very quickly in your banner how often they can expect to see videos. The thing is, once you put it in there, you got to follow through with it. The sixth thing is a launch plan. This is when you're going to first launch your channel. So if you don't have any followers or you have no presence online whatsoever, there are people in your life that you can at least ask to subscribe to your channel, right? It could be family members, it could be your friends, it could be your colleagues, whoever it is. Plan that ahead of time, right? So as you're creating your channel and going through the steps, know when you're going to launch your channel and have people subscribe to it so that you can start building your audience. As part of that, you're going to want to have a publish schedule. Kind of goes back to the consistency thing. But if you have a calendar where you're planning out your topics, when you're going to record your videos, when you're going to upload your videos, it helps you, one, be more prepared, but it also helps you be more consistent. With a plan, you're going to set yourself up for more success than if you move forward with the, what I like to call the willy-nilly approach, where you have no plan, you have no strategy, and every single week you're going to find yourself frustrated trying to figure out what your topic's going to be and then not really having the energy or passion to follow through with it. How do I know this? Because I've been there. I've done that approach before, and it really is not helpful. When you have a plan, a strategy, you know all of the details, and this is one thing I'm trying to get better at, batch your videos. If you can do that, then you are going to be so much happier. And the seventh and final step is super easy, and it is the taking action step. I like to say, be like Nike and just do it. It's one of my favorite sayings, one of my favorite taglines. It's putting your plan into action and going from there. So none of this is going to happen. You're always going to have 0 subscribers. You're never going to have a YouTube channel if you don't, one, create the channel, create the video, find subscribers, and create a plan to be consistent. What was the most helpful tip or most helpful data point that you saw in today's video? Let me know below in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Also, if you're just starting your journey on creating videos, or if you want to start a YouTube channel and be recognized as one of those individuals who is getting 100,000 subscribers or even hits the 1 million subscriber mark, you know what you have to do? You have to take action. That's the very first thing that you need to do. All of the YouTubers that you see, no matter if they're small, if they're huge like Mr. Beast, no matter where they are on their journey, everybody started out in the exact same spot, and that was starting at 0. And if that's what you want to do too, you'll be starting out in the exact same spot that they did. The link to get started with starting your YouTube journey is in the description below, or again, if you're watching this on my podcast, Connect the Dots, it is listed in the show notes. If you're interested in starting creating videos and you really don't know where to begin, or you're just like, I don't have the confidence to press record or be consistent or even show up on any type of platform with video, whether it's on YouTube, it's Facebook, it's LinkedIn, wherever, then I encourage you to check out my 1-hour masterclass where I review the importance and value of starting to create videos for your brand, for your business, for your customers, for prospects if you want to expand your customer base. Video is the most viewed and most engaging form of advertising and any type of marketing. It gets people's attention. They'll click on it. They can see and hear you and get to know you better so you can build up that know, like, and trust process so that they'll buy from you. So if it's something you've been talking about for a while and you just haven't had the motivation or inspiration or blueprint to get started, then I encourage you to watch the masterclass. I share with you a getting started video checklist that you can use as well during that masterclass, as well as on your own to get started and start that journey on your own. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time on this channel. And until next time, make today great.